Chat GPT to write a YouTube video on the pros and cons of living in Texas, and it wrote me a video. So in this video, I'm gonna share what it said and give my comments and feedback as to my opinion of living here as a human being in Texas. Hello, my name is Dana Pollard and I'm a real estate agent in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, and I have the most amazing real estate team ever. We help you find your lifestyle and dream home here in Texas, okay? So let's get started. Hello everyone. Today we're going to talk about the pros and cons of living in Texas. Texas is the second largest state in the US with a population of over 29 million people. That is true. It has a rich cultural history, a thriving economy, very true, and a warm climate, except in this winter. We get a nice storm about once a year in Texas, or at least Dallas-Fort Worth, making it a popular place to live. But before you pack your bags and move to Texas, let's take a closer look at some of the benefits and drawbacks of living in the Lone Star State. You like how I read? All right, pros. Cost of living. Compared to other states, the cost of living in Texas is relatively low, making it an affordable place to live. That is very true. However, in the last, since 2020, right, with the great migration, it has gotten more expensive here, as well as inflation everywhere. Whoa, have you seen the cost of eggs? So the cost of living has gone up everywhere, especially with inflation, as well as in housing, because so many people have been moving here. The pricing is getting higher. Relative to other cities like New York, Seattle, LA, we're still lower at housing prices. Number two, job opportunities. These are pros. Texas has a strong economy, particularly in the oil, gas, and technology industries. Very true, which means there are plenty of job opportunities available. I talk about this on all my videos. I mean, we just hear all the time about corporation after corporation moving here. So many jobs are being created every day. I know that we're in a time where many industries are laying off workers, and I just know that the future of Texas is pretty bright because they keep on moving here. 3 pro is a warm climate. Texas is known for a warm climate with mild winters and hot summers. We do again have like 1 week of freezing in Texas. And hot summers, typically the high is normally 96, or the average high in the summer for Dallas-Fort Worth. This last summer, we had weeks where it was above 100, and that was hot. Not normal, but very hot. Normally it's like 96, which anything under 100 I'm happy about. I'd much rather live in a hot summer than a really cold winter. This makes it an ideal place to live for those who enjoy outdoor activities. I do agree, especially the spring and the fall. The fall, it's beautiful here. If you like jogging or biking or anything outdoors, it's a great time. The spring gets quite rainy a little bit, but we still have a majority of sunny days to rainy days, but do expect some showers in the fall and in the spring. Number 4, cultural diversity. Texas is home to a large and diverse population, which means you can find a community that fits your interests and lifestyle. And that's very true. People come down hard on Texas, but really we're like the second most diverse state in America. So I think people just I don't know what the issue is. I do think that there are issues everywhere. I'm not denying that, but I think Texas is pretty welcoming to all diversities. Let's talk about the cons, according to Chat GPT. Number 1, traffic. With a growing population, Texas can experience heavy traffic, especially in major cities like Austin and Houston. And that's true. Houston is probably, I don't like driving in Houston because it's such a large city. It takes forever to get anywhere. There are pockets in Austin, but there are pockets in Dallas and Fort Worth as well. Right now there's construction in Fort Worth on I-35 and it's horrendous. So yes, that is a negative. But when people compare it to California, I think we're still doing okay. So in Dallas, Fort Worth, from one end to the next, it could be an hour and 15 minutes with traffic. So that would be bad, but not very many people live that far apart from, I would say the average commute, if you're going to a downtown area, is probably 45 to 50 minutes, depending how far you are. But if you're living in a suburb city and working in a suburb city, then I'd say 25 minutes, probably the average commute. These days, a lot of us work from home. Like, see, in my kitchen. The second con is natural disasters. According to GPT, Texas is prone to natural disasters like hurricanes, floods, and wildfires, so residents need to be prepared for emergencies. Ooh, that's scary. All right, so hurricanes, yes, in the Galveston area, Houston area. Flooding, yes, the further south of Houston you are. But as far as like the majority of Texas, we're not really that prone to flooding. I know that Fort Worth has some pockets where there's flooding by the Trinity River, and they're creating a whole plan around that to help. But really, if you are looking to move to the suburbs and maybe a newer area, we just, in my long existence here in Texas, I have never experienced flooding my whole life here. I've been here since I was 4, and I've never experienced a flood. So I'm not saying that they don't happen, it's just not that rare, especially in Dallas, Fort Worth. People are like, what is this flooding thing, right? As far as wildfires, I guess on a rare occasion, I don't think we're like California quite, but on occasion that we get a dry summer, then yeah, we could be prone to that. I've never been involved in that. What they didn't mention are tornadoes. Like, why wouldn't tornadoes be mentioned? That's everyone's fear. But as a Texas resident, we're not really, if a tornado came, I'd be afraid. I've never experienced a tornado. We had one, very mild one, that went through our neighborhood once in my life, and it was very mild. It just took over some fences. So with that being said, we all respect tornadoes. It's very rare for it to affect you. It can affect you, but we're not exactly shivering in our bones. Most of the warnings, I think maybe 3 or 4 touchdown, most of the warnings are warnings. And so we get kind of numb to these warnings and we sleep through the night. So that's most of us. Number 3 con is political climate. I didn't make this up, y'all. Texas is it's a con. Texas is a politically conservative state, which can make it challenging for those who have different political views. I want to laugh out loud at this one because I appreciate the conservative, so maybe that's why I don't feel like it's challenging. But I would say that many people are moving here because of the politics. I did see a TikTok where someone was complaining about being a leftist and a liberal, and they weren't accepted here. And I don't know that I really believe that either. Most of your major cities do lean blue, and the suburbs and countries lean red. So I think regardless of your political view, you're probably gonna be a-okay. I would say the further into the country you go, definitely they're much more bold about their political views, so maybe a liberal could feel uncomfortable in the country environments. But anyway, those are my 2 cents, because I like the political climate. And then cons, high crime rates. Some areas of Texas have high crime rates, especially in major cities like Houston and Dallas. I think that could be said for any state and any major city with a high population. So basically do your crime research. As agents, we can't comment too much on crime. Just do your crime research online. I think the suburb areas are, I don't know, just do your research. Let's just say I'm not exactly afraid for my life here. Again, as real estate agents, we have to be limited by talking about crime, which is why you don't hear agents on YouTube videos talk that much about crime. They're always going to refer you to go to crime sites and do your research yourself, okay? So then it says, in conclusion, Texas is a great place to live, but like any state, it has its pros and cons, It's important to weigh these factors carefully before making a decision to move to Texas. I hope that you got enjoyment, entertainment, and a little bit of value from this video. If you're looking at moving to Texas, fill out my dream home questionnaire in the link below and set up a one-on-one Zoom consultation with one of my most amazing agents whom I've personally chosen and trained. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video.